525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year?
What a year it has been for you, your families, and our entire college community, for the country and for our world. We measure it in events that have changed the world. The Brexit vote, the Paris Global Climate Agreement, unexpected election outcomes in the U.S. and France, increasing instability or crises in Nigeria and North Korea, Somalia, South Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. Worldwide solidarity in women in science marches. We measure it in events that have mattered on campus. Convocation and the matriculation of the visionary class of 2020, the opening of the Center for Caribbean Studies, the devastating porch collapse, and in its aftermath, the coming together of our community. National and international awards and honors bestowed upon students and faculty. Retirements of beloved faculty and staff, and the welcoming of new scholars, teachers, and mentors. The loss of our dear Calvin Johnson, class of 2016. Annual events such as the Hip Hop Festival, Samba Fest, and yes, Spring Weekend. The Sweet 16 national title for men's squash, NCAA championships for men and women's squash, men's ice hockey, and football. And today, this monumentous occasion, the completion of your journey as Trinity students and the start of your lives as Trinity alumni. It isn't just about those events and moments shared by many. How do you measure your own year? How many cups of coffee at Peter B's or the Underground? How many laughs with your best friend? How many trivia nights at Vernon Social? How many challenges and triumphs in the classroom, on the playing field? How many hours studying in the library? How many strolls along the beautiful long walk and afternoons spent on the quad? How many minutes did you spend learning? How many did you spend helping? How many minutes did you spend growing? How did you measure your year? As the song reminds us, measure your year in love. And don't worry, I'm not gonna sing again. Measure it in the love you developed for the academic discipline you studied, for the art you created, for the research you advanced. Measure it in the love of friends whose bonds grew stronger with each passing day, the strong sisterhoods and brotherhoods that you created and will continue. Measure it in the love of Trinity and of Hartford that deepens the more time you spend helping to make these communities better. I will measure my year in many ways, including the difference that you and your class have made here. I will share with you two of the countless stories of difference. The ways that your presence, your energy, your creativity, and your resolve have mattered. I want to share with you a tale of two Mollys. Who have left a lasting impression on our dear Trinity. One is about Molly Toms. As many of you know, Molly was the driving force behind the design team for the Bantam Network, our entering first year program. She was an active member of the Campaign for Community and the president of the Charleston House. Molly, your energy, your commitment, and your passion for our community, you have made a difference here. The other is Malibongwe Thwala. This Mali is also a leader. He initiated the African choir. He was very involved in the mill. He truly created a space on campus for musicians and artists, and importantly, he is kind. Someone said to me, "Remember that button on campus after the US presidential election that said, 'Be kind'? It could have just said, 'Be Mali.'" Mali, your warmth, your leadership by example, you have made a difference here. Now, before I finish, you know that I have to tell you about the books that I've read this semester. Not as many as usual, because it's been a really busy semester. But I did read 2 novels about Barcelona, because in July, I'll travel to Barcelona to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Trinity program there. I read Cathedral of the Sea, set in the 14th century during the height of the Inquisition, and Prisoner of Heaven, the sequel to Shadow of the Wind, taking me to the city in the mid-20th century during the Spanish Civil War and its aftermath. I chose those 2 books to understand something about Barcelona's history and its wounds. I've learned much about Trinity's history also. Its wounds, yes, but its joys. And I have grown much in our 3 years together. I arrived just as you were starting your sophomore year, and I am grateful for the warm welcome you gave me. I've celebrated with you your victories and accomplishments, and agonized along with you through individual struggles and difficult moments on our campus. We have gotten to know each other. We have evolved as individuals and as a community. And I will miss you deeply. As you begin the next chapter of your very bright future, do so with the confidence that Trinity has prepared you well for whatever comes and whatever difference you seek to make. All of us who have chosen to make this our life's work, and most importantly, to do this work at Trinity, are here because we want you to change the world. We want you to change us and to move this place forward. You were invited here 4 years ago to do just that. Now I hope that you can see how much good you've done for Trinity and how much better we are for you having been here. Let that knowledge propel you no matter what paths you forge. This education you've received isn't just for you after all, it's for everyone. College is a public good, an opportunity provided to individuals so that all of society can advance. But more often, it's considered a private good, a benefit granted to people who purchase it, a prize coveted for its ability to move one ahead of others. That's not what we believe. It never has been. Your education is not only good for you, it is good for society. My charge to you in turn is not only to use your good Trinity education, but to go out and show the world what it means to do and to be Trinity good. Thank you.